Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, I hope you're all well. So I've got another pedal demo for you today, this time in association with the wonderful people at JHS. They've brought to you such wonderful pedals as the Angry Charlie and the Colour Box, and they've even collaborated with people such as Boss to bring you the Angry Driver, which was a beast of a pedal. And they've sent a couple of pedals through for me to try out, and this is one of them. This is the Kodiak Tremolo. So the Kodiak is a sophisticated tremolo. Essentially, it's a small footprint pedal, as you can see here on the close-up cam, but it's got a load of cool features. You've got the volume of the effect, the speed, then you've got the division or the ratio, so you can go from like full beats to sort of half a beat all the way up to like really fast if you wanted to. And then we've got mix in the middle, and then we've got the different modes. So it's the different type of wave. So you've got a sine wave, you've got random, you've got a ramp, and you've got a square wave. So you've got 4 different modes to choose from. And another cool feature is, of course, you've got a tap tempo on the front of the pedal, but then also you've got a control out, which could be for a tap tempo control or an expression pedal. In this demonstration, I'm going to be using an expression pedal. It's a Roland FV5, I believe, or something like that. And there's a little switch on the side of the pedal that you flick with a pick or a pen or whatever that sort of presets what the output jack is for, either expression pedal or tap tempo. Really straightforward. And I'm going to hook it up using my Fender Strat, going into my VX Kraken on a low gain, bit of reverb. Let's just get some nice tremolo vibes. So I've got the guitar going into gain 1 on the Kraken, like a low gain. The reverb you're hearing is from the UAD Lexicon 224 plugin, and this is what it sounds like. So if we have a quick look at the close-up cam, you can see the left switch turns the effect on and off. The right switch is a tap tempo. However, that will be overridden if you start messing with your expression pedal. Likewise, the speed control on here can either override the expression pedal or vice versa. So it really depends on what you're wanting to use. To be honest, the expression pedal is the best adjustment on the fly. But yeah, basically, this is what it sounds like. So this is without. And with. So that was just a little demonstration. I was kind of messing with the expression pedal at the same time as just trying to use the blend, because for me, tremolo effect's one of those things that you want the blend to be just right. If you wanted to play and do improv kind of nice feely guitar, it doesn't want to be very strong because it's just quite off-putting. But when you have it just set right, it's like a pulsating, lovely kind of warmth that I really enjoy. So quite like that. Best thing to do now is to go through the different modes on the Kodiak so you can hear what it has to offer. So what I'm going to do is turn the blend all the way up, and then we're going to scroll through the different modes. So this is sine wave. Now let's move across to random. So that's random. It's quite cool. It's got a nice rhythm going on. And then if we move to square. So that's square. It's way more direct. Of course, they're referring to a wave form, so obviously a square would be very, very like brash. So that's why you're hearing such a start-stop. But the cool thing with that is when you back off the blend, you do get a really nice effect when you hold chords out. So I'm digging that. Well, finally, we'll move over to the ramp mode. So this one should be able to get some quite nice ambient effects because it's quite an obvious sound that you'll hear. It'll ramp up and then stop and then ramp up and then stop. So let's have a listen. So I'm sure there are many applications for all these type of tremolos, but I just find that for me with tremolo, it's an experimentation process until I find something that inspires me. And I guess to make it relevant to this pedal in particular, the Kodiak, is that there's enough options in there to find something inspiring. Just in the sort of 20 minutes I've been messing around with it, having the expression pedal on the ground, and I love having a blend feature like that. You know, and the time subdivision stuff is great if you're not using that expression pedal, because I've got one on the ground, it's straightforward enough that I can go from really slow to really fast, and I can fine tweak that if I want to, so I can create a nice ramp as well. But as I said, having 4 different types of wave is really quite cool, and again, it's just a nice easy pedal to use, so I appreciate that. That's something about JHS I've always enjoyed, is the simplicity of their designs. They're just straightforward and easy to use. So I'm going to carry on noodling around, see if I can find other cool stuff. So there you go, guys. There's a quick look at the JHS Kodiak. In my albeit limited experience reviewing tremolo pedals, I haven't had many on the channel, although I use them in things like Fender Twins, and like the V40 Deluxe has a really nice tremolo. But where this shines for me, of course it can do your traditional tremolo, but where it really comes into its own are the different modes. You've got the square wave, the ramp, and the random modes. And having the expression pedal on the floor, I started to go into the realms of like creating cool soundscapey riffs and stuff that I'd use in songs. And that's the take home for me, is if I get a pedal that inspires me to write a section or a part of a song or just anything that gives me a vibe, then it's a winner in my book. It's an easy pedal to set up. It's easy to get a great sound. I found that, you know, just messing around with it for a little bit with the expression pedal, started to come up with some cool sounds, some cool parts. And that's the take home, as I said, that's the bit for me where a pedal ticks the box. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, JHS, for sending this pedal across. I'll put all the links and information in the description box. Please comment, like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you all very soon.